So first of all, thank you all for coming. I know it's really hard to wake up early, especially on a Saturday. So a lot of people know me as a fashion designer, but a lot of people don't know that I was an ex-sales associate, as well as, yeah, I have pictures in there. So as well as guest relations at Kempinski. And then I don't know honestly what was my job in there, but it was cool. And then, what's the music? Again. And then right now I'm working with trucks. So this is what I do 9 hours a day. So if anyone's interested in buying a truck, I'm here. So, yeah, so after I graduated from high school, I wanted to do something that had a purpose. I was convinced that in order for me to have a good life, I need to help someone. I need to make someone's life better. So I wanted to do law or psychology. Best ironically, I ended up in fine arts college. So after that, I decided to do interior. It did not work. So I shifted to graphic. It did not work. And then I'm like, okay, fine arts didn't work. So I did not want to go back to my family and tell them that I was such a failure, I couldn't do it. So I decided to go for the last major, which is fashion. Yeah, it was a struggle. I did not like it. I took it as a joke. And the thing that I did not like about it was rules. Like, I did not believe that like an artistic major has to have rules. So I decided to just do what I wanted to do, like deconstruction, no rules, no nothing. It did not work. I got really bad marks, and then my professor told me in order for me to succeed, I need to learn the basics. So she took me back. I learned the basics. I'm still thankful for her because honestly, in fashion, you need to know the construction, or else it's just a hobby. So I did that. I graduated, and then I wanted to get as far away as I can from fashion again. But ironically, I ended up doing sales in a Diesel fashion store in Dubai. And then after that, it took me 3 months to realize that I did not like it. Went back to Saudi. البروفيسور حقتي كلمتني and she's like, you're gonna get a call in a couple of hours. A couple of hours telling me that yeah, a producer from Project Runway is gonna call you and she's gonna book your ticket and you're leaving tomorrow. So I was lost. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't know what I want to do. So I'm like, okay, fashion Project Runway, let's do it. Let's go. I went there. It was very interesting. I got to meet a lot of creative people, but at the same time, I learned what I did not want to do. I did not want to do fashion. I didn't see the point of it. I thought that there is enough fashion designers in the world. Why would I just add to it? Because fashion can create a lot of waste, a lot of pollution. So what this new thing am I going to create to add something or value to the industry? I couldn't find it. So I decided to go back and work at a hotel for a year and just gather as much money as I can and just travel the world. So I ended up going around Southeast Asia. I met a lot of interesting people, different backgrounds, different personalities, and it just clicked. What I wanted to do is not solve poverty or just stop racism or stop war. I just wanted to talk about the stuff that no one cared to talk about, like the small stuff that we all go through, but everyone is just scared to share this thing with other people, with strangers, even with friends. So I started my first collection, which was called The Selfless Giver. And it was inspired by people that I met throughout my life with different backgrounds, different like different nationalities, different ages, and I got stories from each one of those people, and this is what I got. This is, okay, so it's called the selfless giver. So it's about people who give and not receive. People who give, and then the other person who receives just takes what he wants and then leaves. So a lot of people had different approaches to this situation. Some people got out of it, some people are still stuck in it, and some people just lost hope, basically. I don't want to go through the depressing stuff of that, but the purpose of this whole thing is I had an exhibition at Bohemia, if you guys know it, and I had volunteers that explained every single story related to every single outfit. So the outfits explain the state of mind of the person before going through this experience, and then what was taken from him and what he was left with. So after that, I took a video of people who saw the pieces, who started giving advices about how to approach those kind of situations, and I gathered all of that, sent it to the people who I actually got inspired from. And I saw the change, and this is when I realized that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of by people's stories. I also do this throughout the design process, which is I design something that it's usually unfinished, and then the person who's going to take this piece is going to style it the way they think is suitable for their personality. So yeah, what I wanted to say at the end, honestly, is that if you have a talent, just honestly use it for something good. You have a lot of things, there's a lot of corruption in this world, and there's a lot of things that every single one of us suffers from, but no one dares to talk about. So why don't we use So why don't we use the other, our skills to do some good? I forgot to mute this, sorry. So this is what I meant by doing something that's unfinished. So they can wear one piece in minimum 6 ways. And this is what I wanted to do. It's not, people think that fashion is an easy thing to do, but it takes a full-time job, taking projects that you don't like to do in order for us to, in order for me to keep the inspiring part of my brand alive. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys.